Good morning. Welcome to Hobby Evolution episode 1448. It is Saturday. Go Cubs. I don't even know if they won last night, but I do know my good buddy Ethan Roberts pitched last night and struck out Shohei Ohtani. I don't think I mentioned that Ethan was back in the show. Cubs lost 3-0 to the Dodgers out in Los Angeles. Late start. I think it was a 9-10 first pitch, so I did not stay up for last night's game. I hate these. What a shitty schedule for the Cubs. It's been a shitty first month for scheduling. Tonight's 8-10. My goodness. Where are we at? April 12. 6-10 tomorrow night, so I assume that's ESPN. Does ESPN even do Sunday Night Baseball anymore? I don't know, but it's 6:10 tonight. Monday and Tuesday also late starts, 8:40, a little better than 9:10. In a 3 o'clock game on Wednesday, and then finally back in Chicago for some 1:20 games. And then the Dodgers are in town for 2 games, April 22nd and 23rd, and those are night games. At least it's at Wrigley. So go Cubs. Tough loss to the Dodgers, 3-0. Ethan's back up with the team, back in Chicago. Honestly, this is earlier than I expected him to be up with the team. I knew he would be up, and he'll probably be shuttled back and forth between AAA, Iowa, and Chicago this season. But that's just the way things go with relievers and bullpen when you're on that fringe. And you have options, you get shuttled back and forth. I didn't think he'd be, I think he got called up April 9th, 10th. I thought it'd probably be May or June before he came back to Chicago. So awesome to see him back with the Cubs, the big league Cubs, and striking out Shohei Ohtani last night against the Dodgers. Hey, today I'm going to have a storage unit sale later today. It's going to start around noon at Superior Storage here on the west side of Madison, Wisconsin. Storage units right off the Beltline. You can see the sign driving on the Beltline. It's right across the street from Menards. I think it's Commerce Drive. So if you are familiar with where Menards is, pretend you're going to Menards, and instead of turning right into Menards, take a left into Superior Storage. That's where my sale is going to be. I'm not going to reveal the actual unit number. You can come out. If you come out and see it, you'll find it. But come on out today, starting at noon. Go from noon until about 4:30 or 5. We have dinner. It's Passover beginning this evening. So we have Passover. We have a Seder this evening. So 4:30 or 5 o'clock tonight for the storage unit sale, about noon to 5, say. So I was over there again yesterday. I've spent more time at the storage unit this week than I rode my e-bike all last summer. So a lot of time at the storage unit. Was there yesterday afternoon. It was a nice day. Yesterday was the first day where my hands weren't freezing as I was sitting down digging through boxes of cards at the storage unit. It's supposed to be a few degrees warmer today, so it'll be a nice early spring afternoon at a storage unit looking at baseball cards. I mean, that's the dream, right? That's the dream. So I didn't find, I think I've pretty much gone through everything that's anything in the latest Goodwill Pal. That's what I've been going out there for each day, is just, instead of bringing stuff home and clogging up my already clogged up basement, just dig through stuff out there at the unit. I brought like a shoe box, a 5-row box. That's basically quarter cards. There were a few cards that, I could pick out and put on eBay, but a lot of quarter cards. What else was, what did I find? I mean, there were a few good things. I did find some good stuff yesterday. 69 tops Gale Sayers, and 81 tops Wayne Gretzky, which those only go for like $15. I was surprised by that. And the Gale Sayers is not in that great a condition, so it's probably a $10 card or under. Mike Schmidt, second year Mike Schmidt, 74. That's actually in pretty good shape. And what else was there? There were some hockey cards with an early Ovechkin, but I think it's only like a $5 card. I'm surprised by because I've looked up some of the Ovechkin cards, and even though he's now the greatest goal scorer of all time, his card values aren't that high. But what do I know? What else was in there? I think that was about it from the. There was a Wemby, my first Goodwill palette with a Wemby rookie. It didn't take long for the first Wander Franco rookie card to show up that first year. And same can be said for Victor Wembanyama. This one was I think a score rookie. So and now with his injury, it's probably worth a couple bucks, not like 20 or 25 at release. So yeah, so I brought home a couple boxes. Last night I spent some time trying to get organized for eBay Live. In case you missed it, I've got a training session on Monday regarding eBay Live. And I think I might have privileges to go on eBay Live as soon as that training session is through. So there may be a pop-up event. So I'd like to kick off like an all-day event. I've been thinking about that. I may wait until eBay actually launches their Wednesday, and then when they launch, because that gives me even more of a push from eBay, like highlighting, hey, here's trading card singles on Wednesdays. So to save, some of the bigger stuff for that. But there may be a pop-up if I do get privileges to go on eBay Live right after my training session. There may be a pop-up, just kind of a practice run. Not really practice run. It's going to be a real sale, but it's going to be just some random stuff to get my feet wet. So, of course, I'll let you know. Tuesday morning, I'll let you know how things went on Monday and give you a little bit of a time, probably have a better timeline on things for eBay Live. I'm stoked. I was watching every once in a while, every day I've been popping in on various eBay Lives. I try to watch like sports cards because I don't want to watch handbags. There's Ernie. What's up? Hey, I got an Ernie story for you. What's up, buddy? He was a little naughty boy yesterday, weren't you? You were naughty yesterday, huh? He's like, look at that face. He's like, I wasn't naughty. So Ernie went to get a haircut yesterday. Doesn't he look so handsome? You look so handsome, buddy. So that's why I was late yesterday morning. We were off to the groomer. Come here, say hi. Buddy. Say hi to everybody. Say hi. Say hi. Ernie with the haircut. So he got his haircut, got a bath. You smell good. You smell good, buddy. And so he goes to the groomer, and then he goes to doggy daycare. And then we come home. So he's had a long playing day. You're going to play some more today, huh? And the neighbor with Rookie sends me a text shortly after we got home and says, can Ernie play? And of course Ernie can play. He wants to go see Rookie. Where's Rookie? Are there geese out there? Where's the geese? He likes the geese. That's where the story's going. Where's the geese? Are there geese? Are there geese? Where's the geese? So we go out and play with Rookie. And Rookie has one of those like invisible fences. And so he knows his boundaries, right? Rookie knows his boundaries. You don't. You don't know boundaries yet. We got to teach you boundaries. So they play for a little bit, and then all of a sudden Ernie wants to go explore. All right. Now, the problem is Ernie likes geese. Don't you? You like geese. And the geese are in the pond. So Ernie sees the geese in the pond and takes off toward said pond. Now, I didn't think so. Our backyards go down we got the backyard, and then there's like a hill that kind of drops off a few feet, and then it's wheat. It's like the wheat area along the pond. Of course, it's not really grown yet because of being winter. But up until yesterday, Ernie was good with respecting the border of the weed line. So yesterday he was not respectful of the weed line. And so he ran off a couple times. I went and got him. Let's go back and play. And the third time was the charm. The third time he got brave, and Biscuit would not even go near the weed. Like any obstruction, she's like, oh, gonna avoid this. Ernie's just full bore. I don't give a shit what's in my way. I'm gonna go after what I want. So he started to go after what he wanted, which was the geese. And he starts running down into the weeds. Fuck. So I have to go chase him. He runs all the way down to the shoreline. I'm like, oh. But I thought, well, there's no way he's going to jump in the water. Well, I was wrong. So he runs along the shoreline to get closer and closer to the geese, who are just chilling in the pond, just relaxing, getting some sun on the water. And all of a sudden, Ernie says, I'm going to dive in. And he got about two steps in. I mean, he got all four paws in the water. And fortunately, I was right there to pull him out, get him out of the water. Like, you little son of a bitch. So now we have to figure out how to teach him boundaries. So Ernie wanted to go swimming to go play with the geese. The geese probably didn't want to play back. Geese are assholes. So Ernie and the geese, he has a love affair. I don't know if it's a love affair or he wants to like eat them or chase them. I don't think he wants to eat them, but he definitely wants to check them out. He wants to know what the hell is this animal that's in my backyard and that's in my pond. So yeah, we had a little excitement. Mom came home a little bit later, and I said, well, we had some excitement this evening. So Ernie, a little naughty. The day he gets freaking groomed. Come on, man. I think it's my fault, though. He doesn't know any better. So that was my excitement for yesterday. Storage unit. Ernie tries to go swimming. So yeah, I'll be at the storage unit a little bit later today. Superior Storage, west side of Madison, right across from Menard, starting at about noon. I've got a whole bunch of dime boxes. All cards are going to be a dime each. I got to print some signs. All cards a dime each. Binders $10. We're just going to make it easy. Obviously, I'll take offers, and the more you buy, the more you save with discounts. So come out today. I have no expectations. I think I mentioned this yesterday. I have like zero expectations on, when I go to card shows, I have, because like, and usually the card shows I set up at on a regular basis. So I kind of have an idea. Okay, well, I made this much. I'm bringing all new stuff. I should make more. Usually how it goes. But this is a brand new, I've never done anything like this before. I don't even know if I've ever done like a baseball card garage. I mean, maybe when I was like 10 years old and I wanted to have a card show in Little Anawan, Illinois. So I set up a picnic table in my driveway and one person showed up. Hopefully more than one person shows up today. I think so. I put it on the Madison Card Show Facebook page. And of course that drew up a lot of interest. So the thing is, I want like a certain amount. Like I want too much. I want just enough people to where I make some money, but I don't piss off the people at the storage unit. I don't want to have a whole bunch, and I want the people that do come to spend money. I don't want looky-loos because it is limited. But you think the parking's bad at the Sheraton Hotel on John Nolan Drive? Well, just wait till you come to Superior Storage. Although you can find you can find parking. So that's what I'm aiming for. But if I make a few bucks, I make a few bucks. It's not that I'm wasting 4 or 5 hours at the storage unit on a Saturday afternoon, because I've got stuff there. Like I've got a section. So basically, you open the door, it's a long rectangle. The back wall is like bulk, mostly commons, pretty much all commons, and then binders. Although there's good stuff in the binders. Um, so there's a shelf of just random commons, shelf of binders, and then another half shelf of just other stuff. On the right side is the table set up for dime boxes, and then the left is my Goodwill pallet. I've got some moving blankets that I'll put over so people don't get confused. And then I'll be hanging out on the left side, digging through Goodwill pallet, and I'll be stocking up the dime boxes and bulk boxes and everything. So, so that's today. That's today. There's Ernie. What's up, buddy? What are you doing? What are you doing? He's just hanging out. He's just right there. There he is. So that's today. Madison Card Show 2 weeks from today at the Sheraton Hotel on John Nolan Drive. A little bit of a change this month with the Williamson Ballroom not being opened up. Dealers that are normally in the Williamson Ballroom will be in the State Street Ballroom, and I think there's going to be one or two dealers that will be upstairs that are normally downstairs. And then there's also going to be the Badger Stateroom. So I am getting everything situated. So there will be some tables opening up. It'll be probably BYOT for this month's Madison Card Show. So hopefully by Monday I'll have that figured out because I've got to get a layout for the Badger Stateroom. So I think we've cleaned everything up. What are you doing? What are you doing? So yeah. So happy Saturday, happy weekend. No. We're not gonna chew on baseball cards. See, I can't leave baseball cards on the floor. All right, let's go to the chat. What's going on? Hey, where's your bone at? Is your bone upstairs? Where's mom? Where's mom? Do you want to go find mom? You can stay down here, but you can't chew on baseball cards. Jody's in the house. What's up, Jody? Good morning. Todd is here. Good morning. Uncle Rich, good morning. Uncle Rich says hi. Zach and Porter says, if I bring my Funko Pops to the Madison Card Show when PSA is there, can I get them graded? When PSA, yes. Actually, they do grade Funko Pops. So, yes. I don't know. PSA did follow up, and they are coming back. We have not scheduled a date. It probably will be next year, probably 2026. But they did express interest. We're going to keep a dialogue going with updates on the show and dates for the show. So expect PSA to return to the Madison Card Show at some point, probably early 2026. John says, you could drop a link in the chat with the storage place. I could, yeah. Snoop's in the house. What's going on? Good morning. Let's see. Here's the address. Storage unit sale today at noon. There you go. All right, now Ernie's just up on the table. I don't think I trust you up there. Not that you're going to get into anything because there's nothing up here, but I don't want you jumping. It's a long jump onto the hardwood. Where are we at? Where are we meeting to pregame for the storage sale? How about the post office? How about that? We meet at the post office. Mr. Archer, good morning. Rich says a local card store was sold to new owners recently. Went to check it out, and they had massive dollar boxes in the middle of the store. That's a dream come true. I have shitty luck with, I'm very jealous. I don't know if Cooter's here today, but I'm very jealous of Cooter because in Oklahoma City, he has 2 card shops with awesome bargain boxes. And I have to go to Freeport, Illinois to get really good card shop bargain boxes. Let's see. Zach says, sorry, Madison Card Show, or affectionately known as Johnny Lee's Pleasure Emporium. Hey, Johnny Lee is actually back in the card show promoting. He is doing, there's a card show in Janesville today. Johnny Lee, formerly, he was my co-promoter the first few months of the Madison Card Show. He's back and doing some promoting. Uncle Rich says, spent a ton more than I planned. That's always a good thing. That's always a good thing. John, there's probably enough good stuff in what I bought for your extra hotel room. There you go. Now you're speaking John's love language. That is John's love language right there. Rich, stop trying to free lodge. Ernie, yeah, Ernie's hanging out with us this morning. Has some hunting dog in him. Are you a hunter? You like geese. You like the geese, don't you? Where's the geese? Where's the geese, buddy? He's like, you're tricking me now. You're tricking me now. Are the geese out there? Are the geese? Nope, no geese. He's like, you fooled me earlier. I'm not going to fall for it again. You're a smart dog. You're just naughty. Holmes says, happy Saturday. Spending time doing inventory, charging shipping on basketball, and setting up a BOGO this morning. Go Red Legs. There you go. Zach says, I can drop off a bladder scanner so you can wand the customers, ensuring they are good to shop for a while without a please to relieve themselves. Yeah, I won't be bringing water because I don't want to fill up those bladders. Bradley says, hope you have buyers and not window shoppers in your storage unit. I agree. I mean, it's not that I don't want window shoppers. It's that I don't want people taking up real estate of parking areas. Merle says, what if a repacked comes and offers to buy everything in the storage? Oh, repacker. Oh, then let's talk, baby. Let's talk. What's your price for everything? You better be prepared. Oh, Merle, I am always prepared for that number. I am absolutely always prepared for that number. Holmes says, after that listing stale inventory on TCDB, can't move it on eBay. Make trades is a solid alternative. Yeah, there you go. John says, what is the Wi-Fi sitch? I might need to check comps before pulling the trigger on dimers. Do we need to bring our own chairs so we can sort through the boxes? So I'll have 3 chairs. There's 3 chairs there. So chairs are first come, first serve. So chairs are provided on a first come, first serve basis. Gundy is here. What's going on? Good morning. There is the storage unit address today starting at noon. John says, I need to stop by AAA to get a paper map. Merle says, Josie says hi to Ernie. Hey, Josie says hi. You don't know Josie, but she says hi. Ernie says hi. He's like, I'm looking for the geese. There's Cooter. What's up, Cooter? Good morning. Rich says, I thought Johnny Lee was the urban cowboy. Could be. Cooter says, Uncle Rich, I need the DFW LCS list. I need a good bargain box LCS around here. The one that I don't have to drive an hour and 20 minutes. Merle says, I'm going to list some cards I bought out of the nickel boxes at an LCS. Hey, I listed, when I was at spring training, there was nickel boxes at one of the card shops in Phoenix, which I will definitely be going back to next year. The best card shop, I think it's Phoenix Sports Cards. And they had nickel boxes, and I bought like 400 cards, and I was just buying like, it was the Friday that it like rained all day. So I didn't have anything going on like that afternoon and evening. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to buy some like Mookie Betts and Cal Ripken Jr., and make some lots, put them on eBay. And so I did that back in the hotel room. And I actually sold quite a few, 5 cents a card. And I think I was doing like 7 card lots. So 35 cents in my cost of goods. Selling them for like $5 each, and most of them I think have sold. And then there were some other like color and parallels that I pulled out of a nickel box that were selling for upwards of like $5. I think the Miguel Cabrera rookie sold for $5. I think there was a Matt Chapman that sold for a few bucks. So it actually paid off pretty quickly. Went back to the hotel, listed some cards, and over the course of the next few weeks, sold them off. Let's see. Where are we at? Found treasures in the house. Good morning. Cooter says, card show today, but I need to buy Mrs. a new car before tariffs. There you go. How about that? Card show and car show. Rich says, Cooter, it seems to be growing every week. I'll tell you what stores to go to for your bargain deals. There are really only a couple of really good ones for that. Where are we at? I need to get a new mouse. I've said that like how many times? Kind of like back in the day when I said I need a new laptop. Rich says that, and I'll tell you what dealer to visit at the DCS. Philly Joe's in the house. What's going on? John says, Rich, he needs a guided tour. You guys should go live between stops at the LCS. Yeah, it's like coffee and cars. Uncle Rich and Cooter just card shop hopping and conversing in the car or truck from card shop to card shop. I like it. Hit up my eBay store, 99centcards.com. Did I add anything new yesterday? I don't think I did. I'm still trying to get the Ohtani lot. I've got a lot of Ohtanis that'll be singles that are going into my eBay store as singles. But I don't. I think I ended up going and editing some listings instead yesterday afternoon. Organized a bunch of for eBay Live. I think initially some of the auctions will be obviously themed. So there's going to be a Jordan auction. There's going to be an autograph auction. There's going to be a relic auction. There's going to be a baseball prospect auction. There's going to be a Cubs auction. There's going to be a vintage auction. What am I missing? What else, Ernie? Ernie, what am I missing? The Jordan auction might be like a GOAT auction with Brady. I've got a bunch of Brady that I'll probably put in as well. So it might just be the GOATs. Basketball, general baseball, general football. So yeah, I'm just kind of getting my rec room floor is a disaster. We need to keep Ernie away from that because those are good cards. You can chew on Nick Madrigal, but not Walter Payton. Well, not another Walter Payton. Let's see. Where are we at? Porter's in the house. He says, was good. This is how my son greets me when I get him up from school. And here's the thing. We make fun of the kids in the language they say, but think back to when you were a kid and some of the dumbass words you said. I'm trying to think, like, what did we say like in the 90s? Waza from the Bud Light commercials. We always said that. What the hell else? What were other let's chat GPT it. What were popular slang sayings in the 1990s? So ChatGPT is going to give us an answer. The 1990s were packed with iconic slang that defined the decade. Here's a list of some of the most popular sayings from the 90s that you probably heard on TV, in school hallways, or blasting from your Walkman. As if, from made famous by Clueless, Alicia Silverstone. As if. Talk to the hand, because the face ain't listening. Talk to the hand. Oh my God. So remember, like, we said shit like that. Booyah. Whatever. And then we shortened it to whatevs. All that in a bag of chips. Not. Home skillet. We said, surprisingly, we said that in the wild of Anawan, Illinois. Home skillet. What's up, home skillet? Word up. Da bomb. Don't go there. No, duh. Bugging. I don't ever say you bugging, man. I don't ever remember saying that. Faux shizzle. Oh yeah. I said that. Fat. Oh, that's fat. My bad. Don't have a cow from The Simpsons. Booyah. Oh yeah. I think the biggest. So there's 15 on this list. I think the biggest ones I said, booyah, whatever, not, word, no duh. Said that a lot. I didn't say faux shizzle, Ernie. I didn't say faux shizzle, but I said for show. Oh, for show. My bad. I think we all said my bad. Pimp tight. I never said that. Not nano on. We didn't say that. Bradley says the NBA playoffs begin next week. Maybe basketball sales will pick up. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think basketball sales are just where they're at. I think whatever sells is going to sell, and I don't think there's going to be get away from my Otanis, Ernie. I don't think there's going to be unless somebody comes up and scores like 40 points in a playoff game. I don't think there's going to be much of an increase in NBA sales. There's just not. In fact, the playoffs kind of signal the downward trend in a sport. It does the opposite. Only the sales will go up on whichever teams are in, whichever players are in. But for the most part, there's not like, oh, it's the playoffs, let's go buy somebody who's not in the playoffs card. It kind of goes the other way. That dude from Duryea says, what's up? I'm trying to decide if 1973 to 83 partial sets should go at auction. Oh, buy it now. Without question. Buy it now, those bitches. Do not do an auction on partial sets. Do not do an auction on large lots. It is a good way to not make as much money as you can. Because even partial sets, I was shocked. I sold a partial set of 1980 Topps baseball. Of course, there was no Rickey Henderson. I think the Nolan Ryan had been pulled. It was missing about 12 cards out of the set, and it still sold for $100. I was shocked, absolutely shocked. And it sold in like 2 days. It's not like it sat in my store for 6 months. So it was a fast mover. And if I sold that at auction, it probably would have got $10. So definitely sell that as a buy it now, not an auction. TD Sports Card, he was a big booyah sayer. Booyah. Pimp tight. Pimp tight. I hear Bull had some good games. Bull did. What's Bull's stats? Let's just chat GPT it. What are Bull stats this season? According to ChatGPT, which is a better search engine than Google now. As of today, Bull has played 35 games for the Phoenix Suns. He's started 10. He's averaging 7 points, 3 rebounds, and 0.6 assists per game. Notably in February, Bull had a standout performance, averaging 12.5 points per game over 12 games. He scored 25 points against the Pelicans on February 25th or 28th. So, yeah, Bull doing pretty well. Ernie's in the house. Everybody says hi. They want more Ernie. Less Bo, more Ernie. And I don't blame you. Didn't the booyah come from Stuart Scott? Yes. Booyah. That was Sports Center. Stuart Scott on Sports Center. All right. That's about all I had for today. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit up my eBay store, 99centcards.com. Again, Monday, I'll find out a little bit more on a timeline for eBay Live. I do my training session on Monday. According to the email I received setting that up, our live console will go live upon completion of our Monday training session. So, I got you. So if that's the case, there may be a pop-up event, eBay Live, next week at some point, but I'll have more information for you Tuesday morning here on Hobby Evolution. I will go live tomorrow morning. I'll recap how today's storage unit sale goes. Maybe I'll find some more stuff. Do you want down? I'll find some more stuff as I continue digging through the Goodwill palette, and all that good stuff. TD says, could have. I was a big Scott fan years ago. Rest in peace. Dad Dude from Duryea says, cool as the other side of the pillow. So yeah, 99centcards.com. Like and subscribe. Have a great day. If you're local, come out and see me at Superior Storage this afternoon. Porter says, I get exhausted trying to make sense of the basketball market. Amen, man. Amen. Low end Mosaic parallel sell for $1.99. Auto of same player sells for $3.50. Yeah, it's wild. It is the basketball market is crazy, and not in a good way. So, all right. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Red Lights just joining us. We're saying goodbye. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, 99centcards.com. Go shop this weekend in my eBay store, or come out and see me at the storage unit sale later today. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you tomorrow morning.